Hello, I am Vaibhavi and today we are going to learn responsibility of consumer. Consumers should exercise their rights and responsibilities. While purchasing products or services, these are as follows. 1. Consumer should use his rights. Consumers have many rights with regard to the goods and services. They must be aware of their rights while buying. 2. Cautious consumer. The consumer should understand their responsibilities. While buying goods and services, while buying, the consumer should inquire about the quality, quantity, price, utility of goods and services, etc. 3. Filing of complaint. It is the responsibility of a consumer to approach the officer concerned if consumers have some complaint about the goods and services. A delay in complaint may result in expiry of guarantee or warranty. Sometimes consumers ignore the dishonest acts of businessmen which encourage unethical business practice. 4. Quality conscience. The consumer should never compromise on the quality of goods. They should not buy inferior stuff out of greed for less price. If the consumers behave like this, there cannot be any protection for them from any sector. It is also the responsibility of the consumers to buy quality goods. The symbols such as ISI, Agmark, Hallmark, FIPO, FASA, etc. are indicative of the good quality of the goods. 5. Beware from exaggerate advertisement. The seller informs the consumer about their goods and services through advertisement. Usually, the sellers exaggerate the quality of their goods in advertisement. Therefore, it is the responsibility of the consumers to identify the truth of advertisement. 6. Demand of invoice and guarantee warranty card. Consumers should always ask for invoice for the goods purchased. It is the responsibility of consumer to check details mentioned on the guarantee or warranty card. If the goods purchased are of inferior quality, these documents are useful to settle all kinds of disputes with the seller. 7. Pre-planned buying. The important responsibility of consumers is that they should not buy in hurry. It means that the consumers should make an estimate of the goods they want to buy along with their quantity required. They should also take in consideration the place from where to buy the things. Organized efforts. Consumers should undertake responsibility for the protection of their rights and safeguarding their interests. Consumer can work for and support the Consumer Protection Association for Consumer Welfare. Way and means of consumer protection. We have enumerated several instances of exploitation and malpractice on the part of manufacturers, traders, dealers, and services providers. Now the question arises as to how can these be eliminated. The prevailing judiciary system is not sufficient enough to protect consumers. Therefore, there are various ways and means of consumer protection. They are as follows. Lok Adalat. Lok Adalat is the effective and economical system for quick redressal of the public grievances. It can also be referred to as People Code. It is established by the government to settle disputes by compromises. The aggrieved part of directly approach the other with grievances and issues are discussed on the spot and decisions are taken immediately. Resolution of dispute by Lok Adalat gets statutory recognition. For example, MSDCL, Mustrik, railway authorities, insurance companies, bank, etc. organize regular Lok Adalat. Second, public interest litigation. Janta Yachika. Public interest litigation means a legal action initiated in a court of law regarding a matter of general public interest. It is a legal facility under which any person can approach to the court of law in the interest of the society. Its aim is to provide legal remedy to unrepresented groups of society. The part which is not related to grievances can also file public interest litigation. It is filed in the High Court as well as Supreme Court directly in some case. 3. Redressal Forum. Under the Consumer Protection Act 2019, a system has been set up to deal with the consumer grievances and dispute at district, state and national level. Any individual consumers or association of consumers can file a complaint with respect to commission depending on the value of goods and claim for compensation. The main aims of this commission is to provide for simple, speedy and inexpensive redressal of consumers' grievances. As per the Act, Consumer Protection Council at district, state and national level can be set up for promotion and protection of rights of consumer. 4. Consumer organizations. Consumer organizations have been active in India to promote and protect consumer interest. Consumer movement is well settled in India and helping individuals to seek quick and adequate redressal of their grievances. It is necessary to strengthen consumer movement throughout the country. 5. Consumer Welfare Fund. Department of Consumer Affairs has created Consumer Welfare Fund for providing financial assistance to strengthen the voluntary consumer movement, particularly in rural area. This fund is used for training and research in consumer education, complaint handling, counseling and guidance mechanism, product testing, label and so on. 6. Legislative measures. A number of laws have been enacted in India to safeguard the interest of consumers. and protect them from unethical practices of businessmen. Some of these laws are as follows. Sale of Goods Act 1930, Essential Commodities Act 1955, Standards of Weight and Measures Act 1956, Bureau of India Standards Act 1969, Food Safety and Standard Acts 2006, National Food Security Act 2030. There are a number of laws of safeguard the interest of consumers, but these acts could not provide complete and fair justice to consumers. Therefore, an exclusive act has been advocated in the form of Consumer Protection Act 2019. Thus, today we learn 1. Consumer should use his rights, cautions consumers, feeling of compliment, quality conscious, beware from aggregate advertisement, demand of invoice and warranty guarantee cards, pre-planning buying, organized effects, way and means of consumers protection. Thank you.